It's a great Dear colleagues, it's a great pleasure to have an opportunity to join and spend fruitful time with you at the conference of Cloud and Immersed Technologies in Education. I am Natalia Dmitrenko, the correspondent author of the article, and on behalf of my co-authors, Oksana Voloshyna, Svetlana Kizim, Katerina Mnyshenko, Svetlana Nahorniak, let me present the results of our study, which is devoted to the problem of smart education in the prospective teachers training. Wide implementation of information and communication technologies and digitalization of all fields of social life is considered in the majority of countries of the world as one of the strategic tasks of the progressive development. The education system needed the transformation of educational technologies that are able to interact and exchange of experience of offline and online modes. The transformation led to the implementation of smart education in the system of training students. The concept of smart in the context of education is associated with the emergence of such technologies as smart boards, smart screens, and access to the internet from anywhere. Each of these technologies allows to organize the process of content development and its updating in a new way. The purpose of the article is the theoretical substantiation and practical implementation of the elements of smart complexes in the educational process of the disciplines of the pedagogical cycle by students in the conditions of COVID-19 pandemic and martial law in Ukraine. The hypothesis of the study is that the creating and using the smart complexes in the pedagogical discipline environment will improve the students' level of smart technology using skills and intensifying the educational process. The analysis of scientific works on the research problem showed a great interest of scholars to the main aspects of smart education. Among them, the use of current information of the curriculum for solving educational problems, organization of independent cognitive research and project activities of students, implementation of the teaching approaches in a multi-aspect educational process environment, interaction of students with the professional community, flexible educational trajectories, individualization of education, multifaceted educational activity. The main elements of the system are a smart student, a smart pedagogy, and a smart environment. When considering the structure of smart education, most scholars focus on the special position of smart technologies in this system. Smart technologies, computer programs, online resources, learning games and game situations, simulations, intelligent educational applications, virtual reality, MOOCs, interactive interfaces, etc., are adaptive, flexible technologies that contribute to organization of personalized training in accordance with the personal differences of students. Such technologies respond to the interest and individual characteristics of students. Smart complexes make it possible to implement the main trends of the smart education concept. A smart complex is an information educational system which is designed to optimize the learning process using digital technologies as well as the automation of feedback process, management with the framework of educational process for interaction of participants in the educational process, and enriching students' personal experience by searching and processing educational content on the internet. In the system of education, with the increase of online services and the possibility of obtaining knowledge remotely, such systems as site management systems, content management system are rapidly developed for improving and providing smart complexes in the educational process. Among them, learning management system, course management system, learning content management system, managed learning environment, learning support system, learning platform, virtual learning environments. The main advantages of smart complexes are immediate response to external changes, opennesses, expansion due to the integration of new functionality, ease access to educational material, mobility, ensuring capability between software for different operating systems, lack of dependence on time and place, continuous updating of the content, the possibility of self-assessment evaluation of the knowledge of students. In order to implement smart complexes in the educational process, we determine the facilities of smart complex for students and for teachers in the process of studying the disciplines of the pedagogical cycle using LMS, learning management systems, which are presented on slides 7 and 8. Based on the analysis of scientific works, criteria of the smart complex in the educational process were singled out. Among them, automation, the possibility of creating automated process to reduce the number of routine operations during assessment, training, and achievement of educational goals. Sequencing, the possibility of ensuring the consistent progression of the student competencies is defined in the final goals in a fixed or non-fixed unit of time. Assessment, the possibility of applying a number of criteria, diagnostic and formative assessment on the basis of greater immediacy and continuity. Data collection in real time, the ability to collect, calculate, evaluate data from an array of resources using defined methods in real or approximately real time. Self-organization, the ability of the system to use the results for the continuous formation of feedback in the educational process. The main principles of the functioning of smart complexes include ensuring compatibility between the software of different operating systems, mobility, continuity, and free access to any information, autonomy of the teacher and student, definition and application of various motivational models, assessment of changes and competence, change of education due to the individual capabilities and interests of the student. Therefore, in the process of designing and creating the smart complex, it is important that the presented criteria and principles are interdependent, that can adapt the smart complex to the requirements of prospective teachers' professional activity. In order to obtain experimental data in the process of researching the issue of designing and creating smart complexes based on distance learning systems, a pedagogical experiment took place in the professional training of future teachers. In the process of studying the disciplines of pedagogical cycle for students of the specialty professional education, digital technologies at Vinnytsia Mikhailo Kotyubinsky State Pedagogical University, a questionnaire was conducted regarding the organization of distance learning by students using smart complexes while studying the disciplines of pedagogical cycle. There were 18 respondents. The participants were informed about the purpose and the structure of the study and assured the students' names would not be used in the study result reports. The participation in the study was voluntary, and the survey results are presented on slide 11, 12, and 13. In general, the research showed that implementation of smart education was able to ensure a high level of education which met the goals and objectives of distance learning in the conditions of the COVID-19 pandemic and martial law in Ukraine. Smart complexes made it possible to introduce the main trends of smart education into the educational process. The survey results showed that the smart education is being actively implemented at Vinnytsia Mikhailo Kotyubinsky State Pedagogical University. The analysis of the survey results showed that the platforms and services allowed future teachers to create smart complexes of educational disciplines. The smart complex of the educational discipline acted as an individual personalized online program environment on the website, portal, or e-platform, which allowed the teacher to accumulate his personal educational digital resources, linked and provided access to them, and also observed the current results of students in real time. As the survey results showed, future teachers used platforms and services in combination, strengthening the interactive component of the smart complex of pedagogical disciplines. In the smart complex environment, the teacher can present educational content, communicate with participants in the educational process, visualize data, assign tasks individually for separate groups of the entire class at once, and instantly receive results after students' complex task, save and view performance statistics. The results of the survey made it possible to highlight advantages of the use of smart technologies in the educational process, which showed on the slide 14. that can allow intensifying the process of using these technologies. The respondents also noted a number of advantages of smart technologies that create a certain basement for their further intensive use. Among them, we can highlight time saving, visibility, and efficiency of use in distance learning conditions. Further research should be concentrated on the study of the methodology of the organization of smart training in distance and didactic principles of creation of smart complexes, the students' activation in the development of electronic educational content of pedagogical disciplines. And for further development students' smart technology skills, it can be recommended to apply some additional courses into the educational process of future teachers that could allow to eliminate and minimize the identified shortcomings and to increase the level of students' readiness for the use of smart technologies. So, thank you for your time and attention.